Yo, 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 what up? It's your boy, Ron Flip the Jump, man. Ron Flip the Nietzsche, man. And I'm back with another Jumpman reaction video to the movie Captain America. You know what I'm saying? So, I went to go see the movie twice in the same week that it came out. Not gonna lie, I did fall asleep. But come to find out, it wasn't long. But hey, I was tired. It wasn't because the movie wasn't good, because it was good. It was decent. You know what I'm saying? Of course, y'all know Captain America this year was, you know, main character was a melanated brother. I don't know that brother name, but shout out to him. But, you know, representation to the indigenous peoples of the Americas, Captain America, because we are the captains of the ship. Captains of the red, white, and the blue. So in the movie, I seen they showed a lot of mind control, you know, MK Ultra in there, you know, and look at the timeline of some of the stuff that's going on in the real world, which is basically one big show, one big stage, you know what I'm saying? Showed attempts on the president in the movie, and then in real life we know the attempts that were showed on Donald Trump during the time that he was running for president. You know what I'm saying? Shit is all staged. Plus, you know, the people that was, you know, that was doing their attempts on the president, and you know, and also the Tesla bombing thing, like, you know, what y'all gotta understand is, you know, you got a lot of sleepers out here. And I ain't talking about the people that's not aware of things. I ain't talking about those sleepers. I'm talking about these sleepers that are under mind control. MK Ultra, you know what I'm saying? They are programmed and trained to do certain chaos on American soil. And once they get their trigger words or their trigger songs or whatever that triggers them to do what they do, they immediately know what to do. But afterwards, they might don't know what they're doing. They might be like, damn, what the hell happened? Like the guy in the character, like Captain America friend in the movie, he did what he tried to do. He attempted to try to, you know, take the president's life, and, you know, after it was all said and done, he don't even remember. You know what I'm saying? They showing you in the movie what they're capable of and what they can do. You know what I'm saying? So another thing that they put in this movie, they showed that super soldiers, you know what I'm saying? We all know, for those who do know, those who know knows, that, you know, they've been working on super soldiers, you know what I'm saying? You know, taking regular pilot people off the streets, pilot people that they're testing on, and, you know, in the military and the army, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, doing all types of testing and running all types of programs on them, making them super soldiers, getting them ready for certain things. Funny how this movie come out around the time of Donald Trump getting office, and this movie has a president in also, you know what I'm saying, around these same timelines of things that's happening. You know, Kendrick, and then around the same time, Kendrick did the Super Bowl around halftime wearing the red, white, and blue. And then the ending song in the movie with Captain America was representing the red, white, and blue. Same colors Kendrick's woo at the Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying? Same colors in the movie. The song that was playing at the end of the Captain America movie was it was a message, you know what I'm saying? It was a I love myself. You know that joint? You know that, y'all know that joint. I feel like that was symbolic to the melanated people to, look, know yourself. Because the more that you know about self, the more you have knowledge of self, thyself, you gonna love yourself even more. You know what I'm saying? I already said that, you know what I'm saying, they got a melanated guy playing Captain America, which is indigenous to playing Captain America. Yeah, I'm looking down at my notes. I got notes, because I don't want to leave anything else. And I got a pen. check things off. So anyway, back to my notes. They show how these far side places underground. Far side safe places are basically like fronts. Like basically it might be a front. You might see a motherfucking veterinary shop or some satellites, but beneath it, it might be a military base. It might be a government facility where they're running tests and doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what? Who knows what goes on there? But in the movie, they showed this particular far side place under these satellites in West Virginia somewhere, running tests on soldiers. You know what I'm saying? Making them super soldiers. When the president told the melanated brother, "You're not Steve Jobs," you know what I'm saying? I felt like that was a message to the melanated people, you know what I'm saying? Telling us that you're not black. You're not African American. Look, when I break down these things, when I see it the way that I see it and the downloads that I get for it, this is how I see it, you know what I'm saying? This ain't for everybody to have the same type of breakdown, you know what I'm saying? This is for my resonation and anybody that resonates with me, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? And it could be more to it, you know what I'm saying? On how somebody else might break it down. Might be more to what they might say, but this is what I got to say. I might leave some stuff out, I might don't. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like that was a message telling indigenous people of America, you're not black, you're not African American, you know what I'm saying? Of course we're not Steve Jobs, because we're copper tone, you know what I'm saying? Steve Jobs was paleface, you know what I'm saying? I felt like when the president activated into the Red Hulk, that was symbolic to our fire element within us that raises our kundalini energy, that fire, one of the elements that are within us, that's one of the elements of the earth, fire. Y'all know we got fire, you know, we got fire, water, air, land, energy, that's the soul, you know what I'm saying? And I felt like when the president deactivated himself into a regular human self, that was symbolic to us being in control of our Lord self, our Lord, our ego, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the movie, the guy, I don't know his name, you know, he was supposed to have been a bad guy of the movie, you know what I'm saying? He said something, the same thing that something happens, that something someone said in real life. Simeon Toko. Y'all know who Simeon Toko is, you know what I'm saying? He was a melanated extraterrestrial being that was in Africa doing these so-called Jesus things, you know what I'm saying? You know, I said Jesus, so-called Jesus, because, you know what I'm saying, that's for people who believe in a blonde-eyed, blue-eyed, pale-faced guy, you know what I'm saying? But this guy was really doing real miracle things, and when the government heard about it, they had to go investigate, you know what I'm saying? And they tried to kill this man many times, and it couldn't happen. Y'all look it up, Simeon Toko. Go on TikTok or whatever, and Simeon Toko. You can just do the little the audio joint if you don't know how to spell it, because I don't know, Simon Toko, whatever, how y'all, you know, so however it's spelled. But anyway, it'll get a surface, it'll give you a good surface video on who Simeon Toko was. You know what I'm saying? This is real life, this is documented, you know what I'm saying? That this man had been tried to been killed so many times, and I think after so many attempts, he told them the same message that this guy told them at the end of this. You know how people wait for all the credits to go up at the end of the movie, and you wait to see the little the hang cliff or what's gonna be going on, you know what I'm saying, to, you know, the next part. So the guy at the end of the movie said the same thing that Simeon Tokyo said. And when they did this at the end of the movie, the camera closed in on him while he was in his cell, and it was like he was looking at everybody that was sitting in the audience. You know what I'm saying? But it's actually, the message was directed to our shadow government and these disagreeable beings. And he said, what are you going to do when there is more of us to fight? You know what I'm saying? When more of us come, something like that, you know what I'm saying? more of them indestructible kinds, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They can't be killed, like how Simeon Toko couldn't be killed. He said, what are you going to do when more of us shows up? You know what I'm saying? You know, that was a message to, you know, our ops, our real ops, you know what I'm saying? Our government, you know what I'm saying? Shadow government and the black hand, hidden hand, and all that, you know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Go do your due diligence, research. But yeah, man, this was a good movie, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I had to go see it twice. I had to go see it twice anyway, so me falling asleep and that little bit of part that I did fall asleep, I had to go again anyway, because, you know what I'm saying, I had to go take my youngest son, and he wasn't available to go when I went the first time. So yeah, you already know I'm giving this movie 5 popcorns. Peace. I'm out. Jumpman. Wadu.
You killed a lot of good men trying to get your revenge. Trust me, we don't share the same sense of humor.
We share the same world, don't we? This world you would die to save. It's coming. I've seen it in the probabilities, seen it plain as day. All you heroes protecting this world. Do you think you're the only ones? Do you think this is the only world? We'll see what happens when you have to protect this place from the others.